Good afternoon. It is Tuesday, January 7th. I thought I would go live and talk a bit about a tip, uh, mostly as a disguised rant, because I've had one of these days. So I have a past client that um, has a candidate that's interested. They reached out um, and were told to get a license in that province, and then they would talk to them about the role, right? So something, a backstory is, recruiting physicians and physician leaders is um, pretty competitive right now, and there's a lot of focus on engagement and retention and stuff like that. So this organization is definitely having challenges recruiting, and historically, when I've recruited for them in the past, we've started with a interview with the physician to ensure that they're interested in a fit for the role before going through regulatory and immigration hoops if necessary. Whereas this individual unfortunately applied to them directly and not through me, so I wasn't able to manage the process. But they were told to get a license in the province, and then once they had a license, then the hospital system would talk to them about the role, right? So you're encouraging somebody to put the work in, spend money to get a license in your province, but yet you won't tell them if you need them or if there's even a job for them and what that would entail, right? So feels a little bit like a putting a cart before the horse. So um, a former mentor of mine who had been recruiting physicians for 25, 30 years always told me when she was talking about clients that, we can pitch, but if they can't catch, we're not going to hit a home run, right? So it's not the best analogy because catching isn't hitting a home run. But the point is that if the client can't get your candidate across the finish line, um, then they're really not a client, right? At that point, they're a someone looking for employees, but they're not really looking to attract and interact and engage. So when I work with clients, predominantly at the physician executive level, we're not looking at a spray and pray model. We're looking at a targeted headhunt. So in order to do that, first and foremost, you have to engage the person and have them understand why they would even want to enter the process of being recruited, right? So, if you expect someone to engage in your process, how many steps it is, two, three, four. I've heard some organizations have five or more steps in their recruitment process. That's a different discussion. But I think the challenge is that, if you want someone to engage with you and go through your process, they need to understand why they would want to do that and what it entails and stuff like that. So my process is often heavily weighted in the front end of understanding the job, understanding the organization, and then specifically understanding the challenges and what you want to accomplish in that organization so that when I'm talking to a candidate, I can describe what it is they're looking for and what they can expect in that role. And as such, they can determine whether they want to put the effort in to examine the role. So, as somewhat of a rant, if you're recruiting physicians or any sort of in demand specialty, I think you really need to understand that you need to engage candidates before you expect them to do the work, right? Active candidates might apply to jobs that you post, and that's great. And we should post jobs and market jobs. But I also think that in instances where we're trying to, target or headhunt something that requires a more progressive and proactive approach, we have to ensure that we're engaging them and understanding why it is they want to be in the process, not just because we have a vacancy, right? So either way, that's my rant for the day. Take care, everybody. And if you're looking to guide your organization through physician engagement and retention and physician executive search, feel free to reach out. I also have communities for physicians that are looking to get into leadership. We've got a private Facebook group just for physicians, no recruiters other than me. Just the goal is to trade information, and they are for physicians in the United States and Canada. Either way, have a great day and good luck hunting.